Hello. In earlier session, we have seen about what is API gateway, what is Eureka, and its architecture, and how to integrate with microservices with Eureka and API gateway. Now we will see about how we can achieve practically. So first of all, we need to define student search microservice and student details microservice and account management microservice. Once we create these three microservices, we need to create Eureka server for service discovery. Once Eureka server created, then we need to go for API gateway. So practically how we can achieve, then go to your STS tool and open your workspace, and now it is empty. Now, as earlier sessions I told that visit start.spring.io for creating your projects. So for creating student search, student details and account management, you need to create three microservices. That means you can create one project or else three services. So now we are going to create three unique services. So we will create three different projects. So I am selecting this one for web and dev tools, Spring Boot dev tools, and Eureka client you need. So Eureka discovery client you need to take it. So these are the things, and your project name is search student. So you can define search student and generate the project. So before that you can look into this. Spring Web is added, Spring Web tools added, and Eureka discovery client is added. So you can generate the project. Now you can see whether project is generated or not. Search student project is generated. Next, same dependencies I am going to create with one more project, student details. So that is student details. And student details. Now I am going to generate this second project. Student details zip is generated, and third one is account management with same dependencies. So account management now generate. Once these three projects are generated, go to your downloads, and here your projects generated. Then you can import, you can extract here, extracted, student details extracted, account management extracted. After that you go to here and import projects. You can import projects as Maven. So one by one you need to import. And it is available at student search student. You can select and finish. And while this build is going on, you can try to import another project. So that is student details from download. Student details, and this one also will generate build. While that is generating, you can create this one. Third one you can import. So downloads, account management, then finish. It will take few seconds of time to import, build all the projects. Now projects are generated. So you can go and see student service and pom.xml, and this starter.test, dev tools, Netflix Eureka client, and web is created for every project like this only created. So what you have to do is controller you need to create under the same package. So you can create dot controller, and this is a student controller. You can create student controller. Student controller. And this is a plain old Java class. Then if you need to define REST controller, then only it will become a REST controller. So save it, and you need to import this REST controller. After that, for student controller, you need to give as the path. So here request mapping. So this mapping is student details. So you can say student, and I am going to create a sample method, public string get student details. I am returning sample details, student details. And this can be get or post, so you can use get mapping. This one is student details. You can say student details, and you can give them. And in this application, you need to define discovery client. So enable discovery client you need to define, then only it will be identified. So this service is defined. Now for this service is registering with Eureka server. Eureka server not yet created, but for this we need to register the properties file, host number, port number, these details we need to. For saving the time, I'm just getting the details from another project workspace, that is these details I will copy paste. So here student microservice, project name is student microservice, and localhost 8010. So since already used 8010, we can also use see 8010 details, student details 8010 Eureka. So 8010 Eureka I am going to use same details. So that means we are going to this a local host and a port number 8010 is registered with Eureka. So this is the done, and student details project is done. Similar way, similar properties you need to keep it in inside search student also you need to keep it properties, and account management also you need to keep it. That's all. So properties we have defined. Now account management we need to controller we need to define, and the search student also we need to define. Before that, this should enable as a discovery client. So at the rate enable discovery client, because this is a Eureka client, it should recognize. For that, we need to give the annotation, and here we need to give one controller. Controller is a search student controller. So search student controller we can give, and this is a plain old Java class, and you have to give REST controller. Then route map also you need to define, and here request mapping. Request mapping, search, return search details are available. Sample details, we are not going to define big logic, we are going to give only sample logic, simple one. At the rate get mapping search student. So here you need to import. Yeah, this search student is done. From this search student is done, student details is done, and account management project we need to create. Already created. So controller we need to define, account management controller. Package you need to create dot controller, and inside that account controller. So account controller you need to define REST controller, and request mapping, route map, account. Then you can see REST controller import, and sample method we can define at the rate get mapping account details public string get account, any method, return account management details. So this is done, and get mapping you need to import. project is done, and inside this you need to call discovery. So at the rate discovery, enable discovery client, enable discovery client. Now, as earlier discussed, this search student project is defined. Means a search microservice is defined, student details microservice is defined, account management defined, and this is registered 8010, and this is 8010 Eureka, and this is also 8010 Eureka. Now we need to define Eureka server. So for Eureka server also you need to go to start.spring.io, and web is not required, and dev tools not required, and this one also not required. Better to take another URL, start.spring.io, and add Eureka server discovery client, and add Eureka server also. These two are required for this. So Eureka server, Eureka discovery, Eureka discovery client project we are generating, and project is generated. Go to downloads, and you can extract here. Already one project is created earlier, so due to that it is giving problem. I will rename as old, and I will cut it and create new folder. So here I will try to extract here, so it will not create any issues. Then come here, and your three projects are there. Now you are going to import Eureka server. So that project is downloads new Eureka discovery client, and finish. While building is happening, for Eureka we need to have Jersey client also, Apache client 4 also we need to have. Using this, what we will get it is like it will manage the low level details like timeout, complex proxy routes, and connection pooling. These details we will be able to achieve. So this one we need to have it in Eureka server form.xml, and this build also done, and Eureka discovery client form.xml. You can see Eureka client is available, Eureka server is available, and now this dependency we need to add. So client for dependency added, and it will once again build. Now you can go here and see the Eureka Discovery application. You need to make this one as @ enable discovery server. Enable discovery server or Eureka server. Enable Eureka server. Enable Eureka server, then import. So that what it will happen, this will be treated as Eureka server, and we are going to achieve this one will act like a Eureka discovery client as well as a Eureka server. Why? Because Eureka server dependency added, Eureka client also we have added. Now we have to add the port number. Like this here application dot properties, we need to add it. So already I have created one more project, and this properties we will add it instead of typing for saving the time. And here I am adding 8010, but ideally in our explanation what we have given Eureka server 8010. So 8010 and a local host Eureka and a Eureka discovery client project name, and these details are register with Eureka false and fetch registry we need to put it as false. So what it will happen, this is a Eureka server and running under 8010 port, and this search student and student details and account management also registered at this Eureka server. Now your Eureka server is ready, and your three microservices also ready, and registration also service discovery also done. These three services registered at Eureka because 8010 Eureka is available, and account management also registered with 8010. This port number is registered at Eureka. That means these three services are registered at Eureka. So Eureka is running on 8010 Eureka and Eureka server also. Here small problem occurred. In account management, we have to define account management. Before that, we need to stop the server and we have to define account management. And similarly, search student. Search MS. So you have to stop this server and you can run the service now. And search student also I am going to start. Now go and refresh how many services are registered. You will be able to see. Once the server is ready, you will be able to see list of services. Still server is running. And you can see all the servers are up and running. So two only running, and account management search student is still having some problem. Still some issue is there. What we can do, we will stop all the servers. Once again we will try because some issue is there. we haven't defined the project name in properties file, respective project name. So Eureka server we need to stop. Then only it will register from the beginning. So we can terminate, and this one also we can stop. Now all four are terminated, and search student also terminated. So all four are in terminated stage. Now you can do, first you need to start the Eureka Discovery Client project. After starting of this project, you can start other projects. And this is done. You can start the project. Now you can see how many projects started. Eureka is started account management. So go and hit the server. We have to see account management. One service is started. Now go and start another service, which search student. And earlier we did the mistake, copy paste mistake. Here student microservice we did. This is a search project, so search microservice you need to define. Then start the project. So you can verify how many projects. So search project is going to start. Go and see whether search project is started or not. So you can refresh. See, search project is started. Now go and verify next services, student details. So always you need to ensure in these properties respective project name should be there. This is a student project, so I can mention this one student. So we can start this project. Now all three projects started and Eureka server also started. So you can go and hit this browser. We have to see three services. See, account management, search management, student microservice. So this is a Eureka server, and here a discovery. These services are registered here, and you can test this one. And this is a different port. Eureka is providing default port number, and whatever the account management you are going to hit. So here account and what is the root you have to verify. So account management project, you will be having account controller and account details. So you have to give properly account details. You may not get the output. If any issue is there, you may not get the output. See, account management details, we got it. That means it is working fine. Details. So this is the one, and when you are hitting this one, and default it can generate some port number. Eureka will be giving port number and search student. So here you can see, and for search also you can get the root path. What is the root path? Search controller, and this is a search and search student. So here search student, and you can hit the search students are available. You can see the output, and similarly you can go and see student details project. So student details project is student and student details, and you can go and hit the server Eureka and student details, student and student details, and student details are shown. So we have successfully registered. So as per our understanding, search is registered at the Eureka server, and with that registration itself, Eureka is ensuring. So all these three services are registered at Eureka, and Eureka is taking the control, and it is running the all the three services, which are the services. And up to now, we have done only integration these three services with the Eureka. Now we need to define API gateway project, so that how API gateway will work. And let us see about the API gateway.